How to fix EasyAntiCheat not installed error when it is already installed. Welcome back to TeknoBalta. Today, we're diving deep into a particularly frustrating technical issue, encountering the EasyAntiCheat not installed error, despite clear evidence that EasyAntiCheat EAC is indeed present on your system. This paradoxical situation often prevents gamers from launching their favorite titles, creating a significant barrier to entry and a perplexing diagnostic challenge. The core of this problem usually lies not with a missing installation, but with a communication breakdown or a corrupted state within the EAC service, its associated game files, or the underlying operating system environment. EasyAntiCheat, as a critical component for fair play in numerous online multiplayer games, relies on intricate system-level integrations to monitor game processes and prevent unauthorized modifications. When the game client attempts to initialize EAC, it performs a series of checks. If any of these checks fail, whether due to corrupted files, improper permissions, interference from other software, or an unresponsive server site, can erroneously report that EAC is not installed, even if all the necessary files reside on your hard drive. This guide will meticulously explore a comprehensive array of solutions, ranging from fundamental file integrity checks to advanced system diagnostics, to help you meticulously troubleshoot and resolve this persistent error. Let's begin our technical deep dive into resolving the EasyAntiCheat not installed error when it is, in fact, installed. Deep Dive Technical Solutions. Verify game file integrity through your game launcher. Many game launchers, such as Steam, Epic Games, or Origin, offer a built-in function to verify the integrity of game files. This critical step scans your game directory for corrupted or missing files and automatically replaces them with fresh copies from the server, ensuring that all necessary EAC components are present and uncorrupted. Accessing this utility is usually found within the game's properties or library options in your respective launcher, acting as a crucial first diagnostic. Executing this verification ensures that not only the game's core assets, but also its integrated EAC module files are in their expected, pristine state, directly addressing potential issues stemming from partial downloads or silent data corruption. A successful verification often resolves discrepancies where the game client perceives EAC files as absent or malformed, restoring the necessary integrity for proper initialization. Repair EasyAntiCheat installation manually. Navigate to the game's installation directory, locate the EasyAntiCheat folder, and inside you'll find EasyAntiCheatsetup.exe. Running this executable allows you to select the problematic game from a drop-down list and choose the Repair Service option, which attempts to fix any inconsistencies with the EAC service registration. This targeted repair process can rectify issues where the service itself is present but not correctly registered or linked to the game. This manual intervention directly addresses potential corruption or misconfiguration within the EAC service files, distinct from the main game files. It ensures that the anti-cheat system's core executable and its associated dependencies are properly established and recognized by the operating system, often resolving activation failures. Completely reinstall EasyAntiCheat. If a repair does not suffice, a full reinstallation of EAC is often necessary. Begin by launching EasyAntiCheatsetup.exe from the Games folder, selecting the game, and choosing Uninstall. After a successful uninstallation, restart your computer to clear any lingering processes or registry entries. Upon reboot, Run EasyAntiCheatsetup.exe again and select Install for the relevant game. This comprehensive reinstallation ensures a clean slate for the anti-cheat system, rebuilding all its necessary components and registry links from scratch, which is highly effective against deeply entrenched corruption. Run game and launcher as administrator. Insufficient user permissions are a frequent cause of background service failures and file access issues. Right-click on your game launcher's shortcut, e.g., Steam, Epic Games, and the game's executable, selecting Run as administrator for both. This elevates their privileges, allowing them unrestricted access to system directories and services that EAC requires to operate correctly. Elevated privileges bypass potential restrictions imposed by Windows User Account Control, UAC, which can prevent EAC from properly initializing, modifying system files, or communicating with kernel-level components. Ensuring administrator access guarantees that EAC has the necessary authority to perform its critical functions without hindrance. Temporarily disable your antivirus software. Aggressive antivirus programs can sometimes identify legitimate EAC files or processes as threats, quarantine them, or prevent them from launching correctly. Before starting your game, temporarily disable your antivirus suite, including real-time protection, to rule out any security software interference. Remember to re-enable it after testing to maintain system security. This diagnostic step helps determine if your security software is inadvertently blocking EAC's operations, a common occurrence with heuristic scanning or overly cautious default settings. If disabling it resolves the error, you'll need to configure an explicit exception for the game and EasyAntiCheat in your antivirus settings. Configure firewall exceptions for EasyAntiCheat. Your Windows firewall or a third-party firewall might be blocking EAC from communicating with its servers, leading to a not installed error due to failed validation. Navigate to your firewall settings and explicitly add exceptions for the game's executable, the EasyAntiCheatsetup.exe, and the primary EasyAntiCheat.exe process. Ensure both inbound and outbound rules are configured for these applications. Proper firewall configuration is crucial for EAC's operational integrity, as it requires network connectivity to validate its installation and communicate with anti-cheat servers. By creating specific rules, you ensure that essential data packets are not dropped or blocked, allowing EAC to function without network-related disconnections or validation failures. Update your graphics drivers. Outdated or corrupted graphics drivers can sometimes cause system instability or conflicts that indirectly affect anti-cheat mechanisms. Visit the official website of your GPU manufacturer, NVIDIA, AMD, Intel, and download the latest stable drivers for your specific graphics card model. Perform a clean installation, typically an option within the driver installer, to remove any previous remnants. While not directly related to EAC installation, up-to-date drivers ensure overall system compatibility and prevent potential crashes or system-level errors that could interfere with EAC's initialization process. A stable driver environment minimizes the chances of low-level software conflicts that might manifest as an EAC error. Ensure Windows is fully updated. Keeping your Windows operating system up to date is paramount for system stability and security, as updates often include critical bug fixes, security patches, and compatibility improvements. Access Windows Update settings and ensure all pending updates are downloaded and installed, including optional quality updates and driver updates, then restart your system. An out-of-date Windows installation can lack necessary runtime components or possess vulnerabilities that prevent EAC from functioning correctly, especially when new game patches introduce dependencies on newer OS features. A fully patched system provides the most stable foundation for modern anti-cheat solutions. Run System File Checker, SFC Scannow. Corrupted Windows system files can lead to a myriad of issues, including problems with software execution and service initialization, which could impact EAC. Open Command Prompt as an administrator and type sfc/scannow, then press Enter. This utility scans for and attempts to repair corrupted system files, which could indirectly fix EAC-related issues. The System File Checker is a powerful tool for diagnosing and repairing Windows foundational components. If core system files that EAC relies upon for operation or service registration are damaged, SFC can restore them, ensuring that the environment for EAC is sound and stable. Utilize the Deployment Image Servicing and Management (DISM) tool. If SFC fails to resolve issues, DISM is the next step for deeper system file repair. From an administrator command prompt, execute DISM/online/cleanupimage/restorehealth. This command attempts to repair the Windows image using Microsoft's update servers as a source, addressing more severe system file corruption that SFC might miss. DISM focuses on the underlying Windows image that SFC uses for repairs, making it an essential tool for comprehensive system health restoration. By ensuring the integrity of the Windows component store, you eliminate a significant potential source of errors that could interfere with EAC's ability to operate correctly. Perform a clean boot of Windows. Third-party applications or services running in the background can conflict with EAC, causing it to fail initialization. Perform a clean boot by disabling all non-Microsoft startup items and services via msconfig system configuration utility. This isolates the problem, allowing you to identify if a conflicting application is the root cause. A clean boot environment prevents unnecessary software interference, providing a bare-bones Windows operation state where EAC can ideally run without contention. If the game launches successfully in clean boot, you can then systematically re-enable services to pinpoint the culprit, which often includes overlays or monitoring software. Clear DNS cache and reset Winsock. Network configuration issues, even subtle ones, can sometimes impede EAC's server validation process. Open Command Prompt as an administrator and execute IP protocol configuration/flushes to clear your DNS resolver cache. Then, type DNS Winsock reset and press Enter to reset the Winsock catalog, which can resolve underlying network communication problems. These network commands address potential corruption in your system's network configuration, ensuring clean and proper communication channels for EAC. A corrupted DNS cache or Winsock entry could prevent EAC from validating its connection to game servers, incorrectly leading to a not installed error. Check for and disable VPN/proxy connections. Using a virtual private network, VPN, or a proxy server can sometimes interfere with EAC's ability to verify your game client or communicate with its authentication servers. Temporarily disable any active VPN or proxy connections before launching your game. This ensures a direct, unmediated connection to the game servers and EAC's infrastructure. EAC's robust anti-tampering measures can sometimes flag connections routed through VPNs or proxies as suspicious, leading to errors. Bypassing these network intermediaries eliminates a potential layer of interference and ensures that EAC can establish a trusted connection without unexpected routing or IP conflicts. Reinstall Microsoft Visual C++ redistributables. Many games and their underlying anti-cheat systems rely on various versions of Microsoft Visual C++ redistributables for core functionalities. Navigate to Apps and Features in Windows Settings, uninstall all existing Visual C++ redistributables, then download and install the latest supported versions, typically 2015 to 2022. Directly from Microsoft's official website. Corrupted or missing Visual C++ runtimes are a common source of application launch failures and unexpected errors, as they provide essential libraries for software execution. A clean reinstallation ensures that EAC has access to all the necessary runtime components it requires to initialize and operate correctly. Reinstall DirectX. DirectX is crucial for gaming, and its integrity directly impacts how games and their components, including anti-cheat systems, interact with your hardware. Download the DirectX End-User Runtime Web Installer from Microsoft's official site. Running this installer will check for and update any missing or corrupted DirectX files on your system. While less common for EAC installation errors, a compromised DirectX installation can cause general game instability, which might prevent EAC from initializing correctly alongside the game. Ensuring DirectX is up-to-date and uncorrupted provides a stable graphics and multimedia foundation. Check EAC service status in Services.msc. The EasyAntiCheat service must be running for the game to launch. Press Win+R, type Services.msc and press Enter. Locate EasyAntiCheat in the list of services. Ensure its startup type is set to Automatic and its status is Running. If not, attempt to start it and set its startup type accordingly. The proper functioning of the EasyAntiCheat service is fundamental to its operation. If it's disabled, stalled, or failing to start, the game will correctly report EAC as unavailable. Manually verifying and correcting the service's status ensures that the core anti-cheat process is active and ready to be called upon by the game. Delete EAC certificates. In rare cases, corrupted security certificates associated with EAC can cause validation failures. Navigate to C:\Windows\system32 grave accent and delete the EasyAntiCheat.sys file and any related certificate files if you find them. Be extremely cautious and create a system restore point beforehand. Then, perform a full reinstallation of EAC as described in Step 3. While an advanced step, removing potentially corrupted security certificates forces EAC to regenerate them upon reinstallation, resolving issues where the anti-cheat system cannot establish trust due to invalid or expired cryptographic signatures. This is a last resort if standard repairs fail. Manually delete EAC folders and reinstall. Beyond simply using the setup executable, sometimes residual files or folders can cause issues. Manually delete the EasyAntiCheat folder from the game's directory and, if present, from C:\program files, x86, \EasyAntiCheat. After deleting, follow up with a full reinstallation of EAC via the game's launcher or the setup executable. This aggressive cleanup ensures that no fragmented or corrupted data persists from previous installations, allowing for a completely fresh and unhindered setup. Removing all traces manually eliminates the possibility of hidden configurations or damaged files causing persistent errors. Check for host file modifications. Malicious software or misconfigured network tools can alter your Windows host's file, redirecting legitimate EAC server addresses. Open Notepad as an administrator and open c:/Windows/system32/drivers/etc/hosts grave accent. Review the file for any suspicious entries related to EasyAntiCheat or game servers. If found, delete them and save the file. The host's file acts as a local DNS resolver, and any unauthorized entries can prevent EAC from reaching its verification servers, leading to a perceived not installed state. Restoring its integrity ensures correct network routing for EAC's critical communications. Ensure correct system time and date. Incorrect system time and date settings can interfere with security certificate validation, affecting online services and anti-cheat systems. Right-click on your clock in the taskbar, select Adjust Date and Time, and ensure Set Time Automatically and Set Time Zone Automatically are enabled. Synchronize your clock with an Internet time server. Accurate system time is crucial for cryptographic protocols and certificate authentication, which EAC heavily relies upon for secure communication and validation. Discrepancies can lead to validation failures, falsely indicating an EAC installation problem. Check for conflicts with other overlays/monitoring software. Applications like Discord Overlay, NVIDIA GeForce Experience Overlay, MSI Afterburner, or Razer Synapse can sometimes inject themselves into game processes, which EAC may interpret as tampering. Temporarily disable all such overlays and monitoring software before launching the game to isolate potential conflicts. EAC is designed to detect and prevent unauthorized process injections. While legitimate, these overlays can sometimes trigger false positives or cause unexpected behavior within the anti-cheat system. Running the game without them helps determine if they are the source of the conflict. Update chipset drivers. Though less common, outdated chipset drivers can sometimes contribute to overall system instability or resource allocation issues that might indirectly impact critical system services like EAC. Visit your motherboard manufacturer's website and download the latest chipset drivers for your specific model. Chipset drivers manage communication between various components on your motherboard, including USB controllers, storage interfaces, and system services. Ensuring they are up to date helps maintain system integrity and prevents low-level hardware communication issues that could affect EAC. Check for game-specific EAC folder location. Some games install their EAC components in a slightly different location than the primary game folder or a shared EAC directory. Consult game-specific forums or support pages to confirm the precise location of the EasyAntiCheat folder for your particular game. Ensuring its presence and integrity at the correct path is vital. An incorrect or non-standard EAC installation path can lead to the game client failing to locate the necessary anti-cheat components, even if they exist elsewhere on the system. Verifying the exact required directory helps resolve path-related discrepancies. Reinstall the entire game. As a last resort, if all other troubleshooting steps have failed, a complete reinstallation of the game may be necessary. This ensures that all game files, including every single dependency and the integrated EAC module, are downloaded fresh and correctly linked within the system. Back up any save files before proceeding. A full game reinstallation addresses any deeply rooted corruption within the game's installation directory or its intricate linkages with EAC that simpler repairs might miss. This drastic step effectively resets the entire game environment, often resolving persistent issues by ensuring every component is pristine. Check disk for errors. Check disk. Corrupted sectors on your hard drive can lead to damaged game files or EAC installation components, even after verification. Open Command Prompt as an administrator and type checkdisk C/F/R, replace C, with your game drive if different, then press Enter. You may need to restart your computer for the scan to run. This utility scans your hard drive for logical and physical errors, attempting to repair any bad sectors that might be housing critical EAC or game files. Ensuring the health of your storage medium is fundamental to preventing data corruption and maintaining application integrity. Each step targets a specific layer of the operating system or application stack where conflicts or corruption might reside, ensuring a thorough diagnostic approach. Don't forget to follow TeknoBalta for more in-depth technical guides and solutions.